Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about your liver. So this is, I think I'm on chapter 4, might be wrong on that, but of our health maintenance protocol. Remember, I'm just trying to give you guys some tips to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle, healthy nutrition, take care of your body because nobody else is going to take care of it for you. And we've talked about a lot of different tips that you can just start to implement on a daily basis to help you try to keep your body and your organs functioning as well as possible. And today we're going to talk about the liver, and we're actually not going to talk about food. I'm going to split this up into 2 parts, so it's a little bit shorter. And today we're going to talk about your environment and how other ingredients and compounds get into your system that you need to get out of your system. And what that can do to you, but it doesn't have anything to do with food today, so it'll be a nice little switch. But if you're following along, and we're kind of following the letter of the alphabet to give you your tips. Last week we talked about hydrating with H2O specifically, so that was, we left off at letter H. And this week we're going to talk about ingredients. So letter I is ingredients. And this, again, will be a 2-parter. We're going to talk about ingredients of the products that you use in your environment and even on your body today. So I want you to start learning how to really be an investigator of those ingredients and take the time to learn more about what you actually are putting on your body and what you're breathing and everything else that's in your environment, because you can't control all of it, but you can control a really good portion of it. So let's talk about the liver just for a few minutes and what it does for you. It's a really important organ, right? So it sits right under your rib cage on your right side. It's a very large organ, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's really complex. But basically what it does is it filters your blood. So it breaks down all the chemical compounds that are in your blood, and it gets rid of the toxins, right? So it pulls everything out into what's good and what's bad, and it takes what's bad, the toxins that might be in your body that shouldn't be there, these chemicals and just all these bad things that end up in your body through your skins. It filters it out, and it takes it and it puts it through to excretion, typically through your poop, your bowel movements. So that's just the very basic, and has a very specific way of doing it, and it's extremely complicated. And it's amazing the things that you do in your everyday life that just put more and more stress on your liver and make it have to work so hard that you just don't even know it. So I want to talk about a few of those things today, and then we're just going to actually look at some products so that you can start thinking about your products and start reading some ingredients and thinking about what you're putting in your body. So I'm just going to talk through a few things today that are harmful for your liver. So number 1, drug residues. So if you have taken a lot of medication throughout your life, or maybe you're one that, pops the ibuprofen or the Tylenol or just pain relievers for headaches and whatnot regularly, it really does cause, it can harm your liver. It can really overburden the amount of work that's there. And you don't think it's a lot, but I've actually even realized that some of the health issues, they're not bad, right? But some of the dashboard indicators in my life, on my body, really seem to have been stemming from a very large amount of ibuprofen that I took through my high school and college days, because I had knees that were just always in pain, and that was my kind of lifesaver to be able to keep functioning and walking properly, as I took tons of ibuprofen all the time. And I had no idea what that was doing to me. I think we hear a lot about things like ibuprofen and other medications hurting your stomach lining. Well, actually, it's doing so much more. So, we've talked before about let's do some other things to make sure your body's digesting its food properly and all those things to help get rid of those triggers where if you're having headaches and fatigue and whatnot. Don't take the pills to get rid of it. Try to figure out what's causing it and get rid of it. So that's another reason to help your liver. Alcohol is another big one. We all know that. So that's a big one. But one really big one is too many toxins, heavy metals, pesticides, all those chemicals that are sitting on your food, that are in your environment, that are part of products that you put directly on your body and even in your mouth, that's all having to go through the liver, and the liver is having to get rid of those toxins for you and work very hard in doing it. The other ways that toxins get released from your body outside of your liver are through like heavy breathing, right? Your lungs can release toxins that you may have breathed in. It can breathe it back out, and you can get rid of it through sweating. So if you exercise a lot, that's a really good thing. If you sweat a lot, it's actually a really good thing to sweat. Go sit in a steam room, go sit in a sauna. That's why people do those types of things. It really is detoxifying you because those toxins can get out of your body through sweat. So help your liver out, get active, use your lungs, use your sweat glands, or even, just go sit in a sauna or something, and help your body sweat those things out. So that really does work. So I want to talk about this week what I'd like you to think about doing, because anything that you put on your skin, inside skins are your lungs and all that. It's anything that touches the external environment is really a skin. That's your biggest organ, not just necessarily the skin that you see, but anything you put on them or breathe in, right? It's going into your body, and that's where we need to you really start to be careful. So I'm just going to look at some things here that I brought from our house, and I've tried to be very, very good about using products that don't have chemicals in them in my house for a very long time now. And so at least for the last 15 years, I've used cleaning products that do not have any chemicals in them. And believe me, they do clean. It works. And 15 years ago, there weren't a lot of options. What I'll tell you is there are a ton of options now to have products in your home that do not have chemicals. And I started it when my daughter was really young and before my son was born. And my kids, even though they were at daycare all the time, they didn't have the colds that kids have. They didn't have the ear infections that kids have. We don't get the colds that a lot of people have. And every now and then you're going to get your random cold. But our kids have not been sick. They just really don't get sick. They don't have the toxins in their body through laundry detergent. Think about just head to toe, day to day, what you use throughout your just daily routines, the products you think about: shampoo, soap, toothpaste, anything you put on your face, lotions, laundry detergent, the dryer sheets or whatever you use for that, everything that you clean, and just all the different products, your deodorant, blah, blah, blah. It just goes on and on. There are clean products for every single one of those things now, and they're very easy to get to. So I just want to show you one example. So this is a mouth rinse. So this is one of them too. This is a mouth rinse that actually is made with all essential oils. All right. So it basically just has a list of essential oils as the ingredients, and it is really, really good and really strong, and it tastes good. This is a mouth rinse that, many of you are familiar with. And basically what I noticed right away was that this says, in case of accidental ingestion, seek professional assistance and contact Poison Control Center. You're already putting it in your mouth. And it's telling you, if you accidentally ingest it, you're going to have to call the Poison Control Center, right? Probably not something that you want to use. I'll probably just get rid of this, and I won't tell my husband that I took it from him, and I'll give him something else. But there's dyes in here. There's all kinds of bad things, alcohol, flavoring, things that you do not need to put inside your mouth especially, right? Here is an example of a cleaning solution that I buy that is a, disinfecting multi-purpose cleaner that really I've replaced, any type of Clorox with. I don't even know why these are in my house. We might have used them when Corona came up, but then I'm like, I am not using Clorox wipes. I'm sorry, but I don't. So Clorox, it has bleach, right? There is no reason for you to have Clorox in your house. You don't need it. Things can get cleaned with plant-based materials. So this is 7th Generation is a brand that's amazing. There's all kinds of brands now that have these things. And these ingredients are all oils. They're all plant-based things. And it's just as good disinfecting. And you know what? You need antibodies. You need to have some kind of bacteria. You don't want to, kill all the bacteria in your house. You need some of them to get into your body to help build your immune system, right? So keep that in mind. Not everything needs to die. Here's a shampoo, and here's some, lotion. This is all basically with oils. It has pH balance, hypoallergenic, cruelty-free, vegan, fair trade. All of these, I can't read these ingredients off. That'll just take way too long. But here's a really good company, Alba, Botanica. All these things that they say plant-based for any type of products are really, really good. And this is not really expensive either. So you have those. Now, I will tell you 2 products that I do use. And I know this, and you've probably heard about this before, but there's aluminum in deodorant. And I think that, they've been trying, there's lots of deodorants out there on the market now, and it's taken them a while, I think, for deodorant to get a product that people will actually buy and that works because, well, it's kind of a really personal thing, right? And I do not like to smell, and I do not like to sweat when I'm not supposed to be. So I have yet to change my deodorant, I'll tell you that. And this active ingredient, aluminum and 3 other words after it, but that's not good. That's a heavy metal that I'm putting directly onto my glands that easily get into my system and that my liver is having to take care of for me. But you know what? Right now it's I've fixed so many other things. I don't have to change this, right? If there was something wrong with me, then maybe I would. Or as I get older, maybe I will. But I don't have to change it, right? So I'm not suggesting that you go change all of your products out. I first want you to just assess, right? Just like you assess what you eat, how you feel, how you poop. I want you to assess, what are you putting on your body? What is in your environment? What are you breathing in? Okay. So just think about it and start reading ingredients and investigate. If you don't know what they are, look them up. We have the internet, look them up. So I just bought this recently, Neutrogena. It's a really good brand, well-known brand. It's a build a tan thing. I just put it on every few days because I want a little bit of color because we're in Cleveland. Well, I started reading the ingredients the other day, and I didn't read them before I bought it, but I noticed it says titanium, and it had something, aluminum, silicate. So there's a couple things that I probably shouldn't be putting on my skin as well. Now, am I going to go throw this away? No, I'm still going to use it. Will I probably buy this one again? Maybe not. I think the next time I'll probably look for one that doesn't necessarily have those ingredients because I don't really need it that badly, and I'm not, really attached to that brand. So lots of things that you can do. A dish soap, right? There's really great smelling dish soaps, clean, no dyes in them, right? I about died when we ran out of dish soap one day and my husband came home with this. You don't need this. I wish I could read the ingredients, but it actually doesn't even have them on it. But a heavy blue soap like this, like Dawn, it's not something that you need, especially to put on your dishes that you eat off of. It's on your hands. It's just not something that you need to buy anymore. So to make things easy for you, and then I'm gonna cut this one short today. I have a couple websites. I don't know if this is going to be easily readable, but there's a couple websites here. Grove.com. It's called Grove Collaborative is the name of the company. grove.com, and it has an app as well. This is where I buy all of my cleaning products, all of my toiletries and everything. They have so many products, and it's not just their own products, but they bring in products that you can get at Target and Walmart and other places. And you can buy those products at those places now, but you have all these other ones to look at too. And then you have to read everything. Grove, if you buy something from Grove, they only have good, clean products. So then you can feel comfortable with what you're buying and not worry about it. And you can compare it to what you usually use. The second website here is Thrive Market, and we'll talk more about this one next video as well. They also have really good, clean products that you can buy, and that one also has food. So we're gonna get to clean food next time, and where you can easily get some of these things that you may not otherwise really know how to go look in these big stores, and you don't wanna spend the time figuring out what to use. Grove and Thrive Market are two great places. Again, they have apps. For Grove, they typically get you on like a monthly, it ships every month, but you get email notices and you can go change whatever, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to buy anything every month either. You can keep changing your shipping date. So, but typically if you're going to change over your whole, everything in your house, eventually, hopefully you should try, It's only going to help you. You know, it's going to take you time anyway, and you're going to want to put an order in every month. And once you get to a certain amount, it's free shipping, all that good stuff. So please take a look at those. Just go look at the prices there. And it ranges across the board, right? There's some cheaper versions, or cheaper brands, I should say, more affordable brands. And there's really expensive ones. You know, I bought this lotion thinking it was a great big bottle of lotion. I probably won't buy this one again. I think this was $16. And that was kind of stupid. I should have looked at how big it was. So that was a miss on my part. But, you know, there's tons of other options out there. So go take a look at those apps. Think about what you use in your own environment that you are in control of to help your liver be as efficient as possible, because you really need it. It has a lot of work to do without all of these factors coming into play. I don't think I don't think God made our bodies in anticipation of everything that's in our environment today and what it's doing and what we are doing to our bodies. So take care of yourself, track what you're doing, look up some new products, read ingredients, and be your own judge about what you want to put on your body. All right, have a good one.